they got high-end talent, they got shooting, but they don't have the true point guard. And to me, in college basketball, the point guard dictates success in March more than any other position, more than any other thing you have. And so, I don't think you could tell down that stretch that Cooper. He scored their last 7 points.
I know. No. Cooper's special. I'm not. But I think he's found it out that when you're 22, and you 17, you playing against 22 and 23-year-olds. It's a little different now. That's all I'm saying.
The only thing though is that you could tell he felt like kind of the responsibility to make the shot, to carry them down the stretch.
That's true.
And
that's true. Yeah.
He shouldn't have been having the ball. Somebody should have set him up to get the ball, not him taking the ball, trying to initiate things.
That goes back to that point guard.
So pause that right there, because that's why I said Shire, who I like Shire, but you don't just give it to Cooper and say everybody get out the way and just go, because grown men he's playing against, that's going to be impactful because they understand that too.
Right.
And that's why I said Shire. I don't know. I'm not. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see.
You can look at it this way. It was the third game of the season for Duke, and rather than call timeout and micromanage every situation, I think John let them figure it out. Like I think they practice for those situations anyway, so he wanted to let it play out and let them see, are they going to do what we've practiced to do? Like, how is this going to play out? Now, I think if, say, when they go to Arizona next weekend, when they play in a game that could be another tight game down the stretch, I think he might manage it a little differently based on how they played in the last bit against Kentucky. Because I'll be honest, I didn't think Kentucky was going to get over the hump. Like, the whole game, to me, it felt like Duke was in control. Yes, Kentucky would come and get a little closer or whatever, but I just felt like Duke was the better team and that they're going to close this out. I was surprised that Kentucky ended up, taking the lead and winning the game. But and I think maybe Shire had the same feel, like we're in control, we're going to make the right plays or what have you. So
okay.
So we'll see. I don't think it's a big red flag for Duke. My bigger question is Duke is like, why ain't they hydrated? What's up?
I know, cramping,
man. I don't know what their regimens are, during the week, but the big kid, the big fella, he cramped up.
Definitely.
Cooper, I was at the game when they played at home against Maine. He cramped up a couple times. Like, what is that all all They got to work on that. They got to do something at the training table.
Exactly.
Something's going on.
Something's not right. Take that salt out. See, do we have time for one more question? I got one more question for you, going back to football and the games this weekend. And otherwise, this probably wouldn't be a bigger game, but SMU and Boston College. Did you hear about the quarterback change? And now that particular quarterback is leaving.
No way.
So they changed the quarterback last week in the game, and they won that game, but now he's leaving. So I guess that this hopefully will give SMU an advantage and then they'll be top.
That's interesting. I didn't know they went. So they got to go back to Castellanos as the starter.
Yes.
I mean, I thought he's a good college quarterback, and I don't know where he'll be at mentally. After kind of being benched and now asked to come back to save the team. We saw how MJ Morris handled that for NC State last year.
I know.
But it might be a different situation.
Okay.
But I think SMU at home, I think regardless who BC trots out there, was going to handle that. The game I look at for SMU as a possible tripping spot is next week when they play at Virginia. Because as I said, Virginia is, they're a capable team.
Yeah.
I'm not picking the upset off top, but that could be a tricky spot the same way Georgia Tech tripped up Miami. So that would be Clemson's, that's That would
Kryptonite.
be on Clemson's wish list.
That's right. There
for
you
that
go.
to happen to try and see if they can't sneak in those top 2 spots.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you.
Hey, CL, man, we appreciate you, brother. You have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next week. Take care.